Alright, now we learned about the anatomy, physiology and the conduction system of the heart. Heart, also the medical terminology is known as cardiac. Alright. Now, any abnormal heart rhythm is known as arrhythmia. The first means abnormal rhythm of the heart is not doing this lub dub sound, is not coming, the sounds are coming different, or it's not contracting, the systole diastole is not known as arrhythmia. Okay. Also known as dysrhythmia. Abnormal heart rhythms is known as dysrhythmia. So you're gonna have lot of arrhythmias heard, which changes the whole state. Now before I go to the heart block and stuff, let me cover the very simple. The normal pulse rate I told you is around 60 to 80. Now sometimes it becomes excess, hyper, excess. Excess, what is the medical prefix term?
Hyper.
Hyper, also known as tachycardia. Opposite of this? Brady. Now what is tachycardia? I'll give you an example. You're normal, coming to office and doing your stuffs, everything, you have 60 to 80. Then comes a situation that you are supposed to go for some, what do you want? You want office environment or you want personal example? Personal? Look, let's take this. Then you talk about any of the, let's say the heart rate is increased from 60 to 80 to 140 to 150 or 160. That is tachycardia. Okay, 140 to 160. Means you climbed the stairs and came, then it became tachycardia. Alright. Now what happens, along with the tachycardia, I told you opposite of this is bradycardia. And when, means you can go up to 40, 50 or 60, is also considered as bradycardia. Now, the heart rate of both atrial ventricles can go up to, let's say, 200 and above. That time it is known as flutter. Rapid but regular contraction of atrial ventricle. Too much of beats happening. Okay. That time it is known as flutter. Okay. Whereas, scroll down. Scroll down. No, that's enough. Go back. Go up. I'll finish the palpitations. Let's take one step back. Sometimes you feel your heartbeat. Even when you're sitting normally, you feel your heartbeat. Have you heard? Or especially for the kids and all, when the exam paper comes or something comes in front of you, or if there is an appraisal discussion even before, you know there is a problem, something, you feel your heartbeat sometimes happening. Or there is an external error that has come out. And then you have to answer it. And you have this, you feel your heartbeat. You feel your heartbeat. That is palpitations. Okay. Then a tachycardia, normal heart rate happens is 50 to 80. That the normal situation example is palpitations is you feel your heartbeat and all is can happen. You talk about your girlfriend or somewhere, you will feel these palpitations. Whereas your tachycardia can happen is okay, you're seeing your your girlfriend is being seen and she is coming to office to meet you. Then you have tachycardia. Oh my God, why is she coming to office? The situation goes even more worse is that your wife and the girlfriend, both of them are coming to office. That time, your butterfly, no, flutterfly happens in you. This is flutter. It has gone beyond 200. And obviously, when this happens, fibrillation is happening. Go up, scroll up. This fibrillation will start happening. From flutter, it will become, when both of them are met, from a flutter, when it's increased, it becomes both of them come together, then a fibrillation happens, this rapid, random, ineffectual, irregular contraction of heartbeat happens. That is, go to 350 beats when both of them are met. That time a fibrillation happens, but to order this, a jolt has to be given to you. What will you give? Remember that they do this, 1, 2, 3, everybody clear, and then they give it. That is known as jolts, or the electric, means they are disturbing the heart so that it comes back to normal heart rate. Because it's gone so much, they give a shock so that it comes back to normal heart rate. Okay? That is what is known as cardioversion. The other name, defibrillators, is what they use. We call it as cardioversion. Now I repeat, to make it easier, this is only as an example which I am talking to you. One is palpitations, you feel it. Second, you have is normal heart rate, tachycardia. Then you have is flutter, meaning normal increase in heart rate, only GF. Both together, fibrillation happens. Easy to remember?
Yes.
Which one? The names also you should remember. Okay. Now, going up. I would like to ask you a question. Is there a difference between heart block, heart attack, heart failure and cardiac arrest? You heard somebody there a heart attack and then heart block. Then somebody will say heart failure. Somebody will say cardiac arrest. Other than the spelling difference which you will tell, don't give me that PGS and tell me what is the difference between heart block, heart attack, heart failure and cardiac arrest. You understand? This is a common thing which, as a layman, which I told you, the knowledge is what you will come to know. Let me give an example as though there is a motor pump pumping the water to this building. 4 floors, 5 floors it is pumping. What is a pump? Heart. What is SI node? Electric that goes from the wires to heart is your conduction system. Okay? If the conduction system is not there, incomplete, then it is known as heart block. Are we clear? Don't imagine it is a clot. It is not. Heart block is what? The conduction. That is SA node to AV node to any of this one. That is heart block. Easy till now? To the water machine. From there, you have pipes going it. If the pipes in whatever is supplying to the different floors has a inner rusting off with your fat content, atherosclerosis. Remember atherosclerosis means hardening. If that deposition, the elasticity is lost, especially when if you are a chronic smoker. Okay? Sunil, recorded on the Sunil, so for this channel say, the chronic smoker, the elasticity of the artery is lost. That is where you will have a heart attack, meaning the vessels have been attacked. That is where this elasticity is lost and then you have a heart attack. Have you heard that? Heart attack. That is what the attack is happening. Whereas, what is heart failure is? Heart failure is, instead of supplying to the 5 floors, it is supplying only to the ground floor and first floor. It can be right heart failure or a left heart failure. You get the idea of whole anatomy. Right heart failure means only this side of means these systems are all failing. Left heart failure means the tissues, the systemic circulation is failing. Right heart failure means pulmonary circulation is failing. Right heart failure or left heart failure or congestive heart failure means the entire heart itself is not working normally. Means only to the first floor it's happening. Whereas the last stage is known as cardiac arrest. Arrest means what? Somebody like us means heart is stopped functioning. It is not at all doing any activity. That is cardiac arrest. Your heart block, your heart attack, heart failure can, if not treated, can lead into CA. CA is cardiac arrest, not attack. Are we good? Did you understand? I repeat one more time. That is, heart block is the conduction system. There is the electric instantly is blocked. It is not going. Then you put a pacemaker or something and then try to revolve them. It will come to 5 to 9 years or 10 years. Pacemaker, battery generation, everything. Okay, that is heart block. Heart attack is the supplies means the interiors of the arteries has been blocked or something happens. That is heart attack. Whereas heart failure is it is happened because of this. Heart is not functioning to the normal level that is expected. That is heart failure. Right heart failure, left heart failure, any of the congestive heart failure, CHF. Alright. Then comes the, all this will lead into heart not at all working, that is known as cardiac arrest. So we go, scroll down. Go up. So I explained those 5 problems. Now comes the, by birth. Because of this so much of anatomy and physiology that needs to happen, we also have something known as congenital heart disease. Congenital means con with genital
Born.
when the person itself is. Have you heard this? There's a hole in the heart and all those, and Krishna is gone, blue baby and everything. We'll talk about Krishna right away today. Okay, for that we call it as congenital heart disease. For that, can you? First one is coarctation of aorta. Now, what is coarctation of aorta? Means constriction of aorta. In this, the aorta gets narrowed. A surgical consists of wherever it is narrowed, we cut it and then we anastomose. Anastomose means 2 ends are connected and surgery is done. Wherever this happens, because if it's like that, what are the symptoms? Heart is pumping, rest all is failing. It's not all going, and the pressure is there on the ventricle, from the left ventricle. Are you able to correlate now?
Yeah.
It's pushing. It's not because it's because there is blockage. It's not going out. So that time they do a surgery and then they do cut it off, and then they do a anastomose. Okay, end-to-end anastomose of the aortic segment stents. PDA, patent ductus arteriosus, a small duct that is between aorta and pulmonary artery is there. Between, check out. We are talking about aorta, the big one, and pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery is coming from where? From the right side, and aorta is coming from left side. There is an interconnection between deoxygenated and oxygenated blood. It will be there when the child is growing up. Okay, that usually closes soon after the birth. It remains open, meaning patent. So treatment is for what? To close this. Treatment is to close the ductus arteriosus. Alternative measures includes minimal invasive surgery. That is the pinhole surgery. They tend to do that. Okay, a metal clip is used to close the ductus arteriosus. A drug, that is indomethacin, is given to block the effects of prostaglandin, which naturally keeps the duct arteriosus open. There is a gland that is known as prostaglandin, which is supposed to stop working once the child is born. So once it stops working, means this will close. To block that, a drug is given as a inhibitor to stop it to work. Okay. Patent ductus arteriosus. Because this picture is not clear, can you go back and search in the other document to have a color picture? Down, scroll down.
Next.
I told you coarctation of aorta is constriction, which is there. Go down. Yeah, carry on. Okay, this I'll come back to the tetralogy, but the PDA you understood? Pulmonary artery and aorta, there is interconnection. The blood is mixed, it is not at all pure form. Next comes tetralogy of Fallot. Fallot is a famous doctor who invented this, hence it's gone on to his name. Tetra means 4. In this 4 conditions happens. Okay, scroll down, I'll tell you. Oh, okay, in this only we can talk about. Once, or ASA, VSA. Let me talk about ASA, VSA. We know atrium is there on right and left, and there is a septum. The hole in the heart is not through and through hole. The hole is between these two, pure and impure side. Atrium of left and right, there is a hole. If it is in the atrium, we call it as ASA. Arterial septal effect, okay? Defect we had as. Whereas in between the VSD is ventricular. If it is between the ventricle, it is known as VSD. Ventricular septal defect. Okay? Now in the tetralogy of Fallot, what happens is, you can scroll down, all these 4 things happen. Hold. First one, pulmonary artery stenosis. This means pulmonary artery, like the way you have in aorta, here the pulmonary artery is, the blood does not go, oxygenated blood does not go to the oxygen at all. So what happens? If the blood does not go to the lungs, obviously it will not get purified, it remains deoxygenated. That is one problem. Then VSD happens. What is VSD? Between the ventricles right and left, the septum is open. It is supposed to close, it does not close. The gap in this allows oxygenated blood to pass into the left ventricle. From there to aorta. Now watch out. When the diagram when I wrote, if you have seen, intentionally I have written the muscles of the left atrium, left ventricle is bigger compared to the right, because the muscle is bigger to push into the aorta. I told you then. So obviously the blood flows from right side to left side, and it is there inside that. Okay, so the deoxygenated blood gets mixed with oxygenated blood. Both these mixtures will happen. All right. Shift of aorta to the right, meaning the aorta which is there to the this one, which starts shifting to the right, so that the aorta overrides the interventricular septum. Oxygen or blood passes even more easily from right ventricle to aorta. Because the aorta there is a shift, there is no pressure, easily the blood will go from right ventricle to the aorta more. Means the opening was supposed to be from left ventricle, right? The aorta starts opening in from your right ventricle. The opening of the aorta, shift of aorta to the right, means the impure blood also is started going. Only pure blood is supposed to go. That is where this happens. Now because of all this extra pressure onto the ventricle, right ventricle, what's happening? The impure blood is coming, pure blood is coming, and aorta is suffering. So it has to take so much of pressure. The muscles keep on working, hypertrophy happens. So we have hypertrophy of right ventricle of the myocardium has to work harder to run through the narrow pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery is small. In that aorta, all blood is also coming to this side. Okay. Ventricular septal defect happens to the left and from there to the aorta. Okay. This four together is known as tetralogy of Fallot. What all? This will all lead into what happens is the body will be described as blue body or the blue baby syndrome we call it as. Krishna is not born. Actually there is a defect of four things that has happened because there is so much of deoxygenated blood, and that will degree of cyanosis present at the birth. Cyanosis means abnormal condition of a bluish discoloration is known as cyanosis. Other congenital conditions that involve a shunting of the blood from the right to the left without passing through the lungs and receiving proper cyanosis as well. Surgery is required to correct all this. Depends on the child's health how this works out. Okay, what is tetralogy of Fallot? PAS, pulmonary artery stenosis, ventricular septal defect, shifting of aorta to the right. All this will lead into hypertrophy of right ventricle. We good? Go back to the other section. Yes. Scroll down. Septal defects I explained to you. There is ASD and VSD. Means blood gets filled from left side to right side. That is what is septal defect. Then comes the fourth one. Tetralogy of Fallot, which I explained to you all of them right now. Then comes congestive heart failure, which I explained to you. There is heart is unable to pump the blood from to the different part of the body. This is your congestive failure. As a result, various disease affects the heart muscles, like infarction means dead. See, because heart muscles is not getting oxygen to it, the part of the heart dies. That is known as infarction. We call it as MI, myocardial infarction. Okay, MI or cardiomyopathy means disease condition of cardiac muscle is known as cardiac myopathy. If it happens on the left side, again we have as left-sided heart failure. Edema is again a medical term. Edema means collection of fluid or a swelling. The other name is known as edema. Okay. Blood accumulations in the liver and all happens on right side heart failure. Some of the treatment is mentioned over here. Drugs that is known as ACE, angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors, can improve the performance of the heart and its pumping activity. These drugs reduce the pressure in the blood vessels to treat it in hypertension. Means they reduce the tension in hypertension. If a drug therapy and lifestyle changes fail to control, the heart transplant is the only treatment of choice. Person can be put into LVAD while they are doing it. A booster pump is implanted in the blood to happen. LVAD, bridge first transport, go down. Coronary artery disease, CAD, is a common that you're going to find. I told you that aorta gives you the first branch to the heart muscle cells. That is known as coronary artery. So that is where it gives a supply in a crown-like fashion. So the blockage in these arteries is known as coronary artery disease. Okay, heart attack, which I told you, right? This is what. Three large vessels that arise from aorta supplies to the heart. Two main coronary arteries to the right and left is usually because of atherosclerosis. You can underline that. Athero means vessel. Hardening, abnormal hardening of blood vessels is known as atherosclerosis. Fatty compounds in the inner lining of coronary artery. Inner lining will become plaque-like depositions will happen and the fat layers will happen in that. Elasticity is blocked. This is CAD. Okay. Next. Okay. Infarction can happen into this. More explanation being given. That means when there is a blood supply. Now there's a different kinds of chest pain and stuff. Okay. Now I would rather pause at this point and talk about this heart attack, that angina pectoris and stuff like that. I will explain to this in the coming session, so that what happens if there is a block, how it goes and what happens, you can observe it in the class. All right. We'll repeat this. You're going to go back and go through the entire section till now what I spoke. In the next coming classes, I'm going to talk about AP, that is angina pectoris, heart attack, what all happens, infarction, scroll down, and what treatments we do. Okay, what is endocarditis, scroll down, mitral valve prolapse, what happens, some of the diseases which is there. This will be covered in the next, pericarditis, somatic is easy, rheumatic heart disease, aneurysms, scroll down, hypertension, yeah. So this, the whole pathology I am dividing into two different sections so that we can talk about varicose veins. Next we go into the last one, that is the varicose veins. And then investigations will be covered. What all different investigations are there and what are the normal values and stuff. ECG, what are the different valves, what is the leading valves, everything we'll talk about it. X-ray, angiography, then what is this PTCA, PET scan, some of it, MRI, cardiac catheterization, how to do it, cardioversion, ECC, heart transplant, and Holter's method for coding. So this I will be taking in the next session for completely, and that should in this pathology. Pathology will be taken in the sections. All right.